All right, we are 1 minute before a staging phase. Maybe a little less than a minute. I'll run through what we got once I start the staging phase. Oop, here we go. Oh shoot, it's not gonna have the map saved because I had to reconnect. Should come up here. There we go. All right, today we've got the allies playing as, the allies which are 1ID, 272VD, and Psi. Here they are over here. Playing against the Axis, which are 501E, FNFL, First AL, and FJR8. This is using the Byrnedarta rule set. Just make sure no one's going out of bounds. Yep, we're good. Using the Byrnedarta rule set, which I'll get up on screen here so you can see what each side picked. The Germans have selected the Panzergrenadier Battalion and have purchased an upgrade to the Panzer IIIL and also purchased an MSP. That was their two purchases. And you can pause here if you need to see what they get. The Allies have selected number 4 Commando, and for their purchases, they picked the Dive Bomb and Strafes, the additional Piat in each section, and then for their attacker bonus, they took the extra respawn wave. And you can see here, there is a rule if their bagpipers playing on the objective, they can reduce the capture time. And I will let you pause here if you want to see more. Other than that, let's get back in here. Let's make sure I didn't miss any admin requests. Did not. Let's make sure we get this set up, which I will enable upon live.
Hey, Byrne, can I have my guys move to the border? Byrne?
I forgot I was in a Discord chat. No, you cannot. They have to stay in the hexagon area until live.
Ah, fuck. Alright, I'll go tell them I was wrong.
Yeah. If I allowed that kind of thing, that would just mean both sides can walk up to each other on the border at the start, which would be awkward. Alright, there they go back.
Tu montes pas, toi.
Okay, using these roofs to try to get some inflated
Si jamais on
fire
entend un
on the
bruit
attack,
d'artillerie, tout le monde se
I
plante.
suppose. A little less than 3 minutes left in staging. I am the only admin today, so make it a little confusing. Hopefully it's not too bad. I'm not going to join radio comms today. It was a little hectic last time. Let's spawn on objective A. Killing me. Should also make sure I turn always valid off. Luckily, no one has construction supplies in this particular event with both rosters that were chosen. Turn this dot off. Wish you could like save that preset or something that you wanted it off. Where did objective A go? It's awkward. I got a minute. I think I can do it.
Ouais, tu vois quoi?
43 sauts.
Et soit je reste
Attention.
Ah, on a la mine avec nous.
Qui cherche le French? Là-bas.
Hello.
Il est à l'ouest, là?
Je suis à l'ouest, je suis à l'ouest.
Là-bas.
Mais du coup, moi, je vais me mettre à l'intérieur, hein, je vais pas bouger.
T'es avec moi?
Je suis ton assist, ouais.
17 seconds. I gotta get.
J'ai posé ma tranche vaisseau.
Hello. Ouais, Dot.
Alright. Alright. Alright, so we got the AEC. Ooh, it's not good. The lag there. AEC from the Allies out on the flank here. What is he doing? I assume he's just scouting. I assume you know you cannot engage.
Yes, I do, but thanks for the reminder.
Yep, no problem. Ooh, this could be spicy here. And the Panzer III is looking right down the road there. Oh, and he's got
Chat,
a
il y a
five
un
shot.
truc dans le... Il a vu.
Il doit l'armer.
Very lucky they didn't lose the Churchill there. That would have been really bad. Yeah, they gotta get smokes up. That's exactly what they need to do to be able to cross here. Smoke it, and then they can cross. Or maybe send ahead as a scout here. Gets picked off. But finding success in the crossing out here on the flank, covered by the AEC. smokes on the road here. There is a medic alive. And the Panzer III is backing off, but still firing down the road. More smokes. Somewhere over here, right? Yes.
Bro, isn't it illegal for them to be shooting from Sector Bravo?
I have no fucking idea. I have no idea.
That is not illegal.
RPO me.
Don't rely on concealment, go prone, go on cover.
Where's Hell Jumpers? Hell Jumpers still good?
I'm here.
Got radio?
I'm here.
Holy moly. Yes. Boatown. Hello.
Bobtown's over here.
Hi, I'm up here.
You asked for an admin?
You asked for him.
Oh, yes. Are they allowed to shoot
Watch
from
out,
me?
MGM.
Yes.
Okay. That's what I had.
They're close ahead in that
Yes.
Keep moving, keep moving, keep...
Does that mean?
Can they engage us from objective B like that?
Yes.
Knox?
guys, can we move? Because
we're
Alright. We got lots of smokes here. Now each British squad does have a mortar in it, I believe. So I assume that's what that is there. Is that a mortar capability here? Got the stumble aspect and locking down that avenue of approach. Looks like 18th is penetrating over here. Oh, something gets destroyed. Breaking down, I see. So they're AEC coming in to try to support the building there. That Stonewall is destroying the center of the attack right now, but 272 doing a good job to reposition over here. Figured out that way was not the way to go. I forgot to put a random weather on. Do that. And let me do that. I did forget to set the time to 10 a.m., so I will have to change that. That's gonna be awkward, but we'll do 11 now since some time has passed. Okay, didn't really notice a change there, so that's good. So definitely some pretty heavy casualties for the Allies at the start, but they do have one point of penetration here, and they have 272 coming in to reinforce. The Allies were fearing that the Germans would pick the Volksgrenadier option, which has a bunch of STGs, so I don't think they were prepared for a bunch of half-tracks instead, and a Panzer III. AEC's here. Smoke on the road, so I don't think they'll be able to get sight on the half-track down the road just yet, but if that smoke dissipates, they will, and this is maybe enough dissipation now to get eyes, and yeah, they get a hit on it. Half-track backs up. Another hit. I think one more hit for it to die, which is a little silly. I think so many hits to die from the cannon. So the Crocodile is finally getting in the fight after being delayed initially by the Panzer III on the flank. 18th making really good progress here on this flank. TCR's scouting mission is, well, I mean, he's scouted a bunch. I don't know how much he was able to play. Ooh, huge HE shot from Fredericks there with the AEC. And if they support this AEC properly with the infantry here, it could be a pretty big problem for the Axis unless they're able to get their Panzer III around. And where is that Panzer III? That Panzer III is all the way up here still, so being up here did help them early on. If they're not able to reposition quickly, it'll be a net negative for them, I think. The Stummel's trying to get away. AEC, I don't think has eyes on that. Half-track crew coming around the rear of 18th here. That half-track is out of bounds. Hey, you guys are out of bounds. You need to go back. Bert.
Oh yeah, sorry, didn't see that we are out.
No one died over here. I would let them respawn if they had. Someone's got to tell this AEC about it. That's an easy kill for the AEC, or it should be. Clear dead. Okay, so Allies actually... Well... Did Budcat kill himself killing this half-track? I think he did. Is he revivable? No. So that's a half-track down. Looks like they've got an AT crew coming out here to try to hunt the AEC, but it is pretty well supported from infantry. 272 walking into German squad here, first AL. 272 and at least a ranger. Got the mortar firing from 272. And are those the mortar shells splashing or are those grenades? Oh look, here's the mortar shells. This is all pushed up from there by now, but looks like first AL is gonna be wiped from this bush. TCR finally gets himself into the fight eligibly, so I also appreciate that he didn't fire his weapon when he wasn't allowed. Although now he's becoming separated from him. I'd say he's okay now. He has a ton of friendlies wounded nearby, so that's still allowed. Soon. Okay, those guys are still pushing in. AT crew from the Axis down here. Ooh, another AT crew trying to push up on the Churchill. The Churchill's trying to make its way down here. Critically, no infantry really watching the side and rear of the Churchill here. Crocodile. TCR goes down. Ooh, big shot from the Churchill crocodile there. 1 kill. And wounds Martinez pretty significantly. And so far, I'd say this is a pretty successful first push from the Allies. They're not on objective yet, but they are quickly closing the gap. Churchill shooting at friendlies. That's not ideal. But infantry is falling back to the Churchill. Will they be in time to catch this AT squad out here? So I'm not sure what the purpose was to fall back, if it was specifically to guard the Churchill. If that is the case, that's a really good play there. And they don't really understand how... Oh, no, they're just trying to push on this side. This AT squad might get a free shot on the Churchill. Kirky's sort of watching, though. No, he's not. Hear the French AT team talking. Of course,
Tu mets un moteur pour mettre en feu, et ensuite tu prépares à mettre un coup de tourelle.
J'ai qu'une roquette, hein.
Anglais, Anglais à côté de nous, cachez-vous. Cachez maintenant. Cachez. Buisson, prépare ta balle, toi, où?
J'ai pas de balle.
Mais j'ai pas de balle.
So they're hiding.
T'as pas de balle?
So pretty nice here, supporting the Churchill on either side of the road. One thing I wish I could see is the respawn waves remaining on both sides as the admin. I cannot. And we do have allies on the objective here. The AEC is still pushing up. It's a really nice push from 18th here. Churchill either sees the half track or saw the muzzle flash. AEC really aggressive. Not sure. I don't know if a medic was nearby, but now it's all dead. Let's see here. Churchill's getting the AT team out here. And the infantry is no longer supporting it. Part of the Churchill crew is dead. They really don't want to... Oh, the main gun's out. They're not going to want to lose this. It's like only the gunner's alive.
Cutter is coming, careful with that.
Fuck. The cannon's destroyed. I can't do anything.
You can shoot gunner.
Oh man, and the infantry here is not pulling back to support. There's a respawn wave. Germans shoot up a flare, perhaps. It's like a respawn wave was called, so it doesn't matter about. I'm gonna stay on Max's team just to try to keep the colors consistent for you guys. Why does this get reset? Didn't I turn it off? Did I exit admin cam since then? Maybe I did. Oh, and the AEC goes down. I mean, it was a really good push. I just think at the end, driving right in was not ideal. Oh, and the Panzer III came up from the rear anyway. That's probably what got him. I don't know if the Panzer III was infantry AT. Could have been. I don't see AT over here, so it might have been Panzer III. Panzer III going wide on the flank here. Allied infantry coming up to support the Churchill finally. Might donate a half track to the Allies. Phosphorus kills the plane. Amidst all this, the 272 squad is running into the objective, as is 18th and just some 272 reinforcements. 26, though, huge push on the objective here. That was the guy that said he joined late. Okay, the Axis call away from the Allies have started capping. You do have to pay attention to see if a bagpipe starts. I should know who the bagpiper was. The Allies have overwhelming advantage on the objective right now. Stummel's coming over, and a respawn wave has been called. Objective is absolutely swarmed with Allies right now. The Crocodile is likely going to get back in service here. I don't know if they'll have the guys to do it. I'm not sure if the crew died. I think they died probably before the wave was called, so they might be alive, getting back to the tank now. And just a huge swarm of Allies on the objective. Another AT team coming out to the Churchill as it's being repaired. Let's see how good their security is here. They do have a machine gunner watching down this road, which is really good for them. Oh, that's not it. Wait. There's an AT team and the Panzer III, so they gotta get this Churchill in action sooner rather than later. I need to listen for a back. I really wish I knew who the bagpiper was, so if I do hear it, I can just validate that he's on objective.
Les deux derniers sur point sont les deux médics.
Panzer III rolling to the objective now, so doesn't go for the Churchill. I'm not sure if he knew it was there. Take a lot of AT hits. Could also inflict a bunch of casualties here. Remember, the Allies did purchase the extra Fiat kits, so they should have quite a bit of infantry AT. I think maybe they got one shot at best on the Panzer III. And I do not hear a bagpipe at all. If they had a piper playing, they'd only need 20 more seconds to cap. be able to hear the pipes from when I'm in the sky, but I'm getting close just in case. I don't even see any back pipes out. That's pretty cool damage there. Uptown Commander goes down, so Commander was here. He died on the initial attack. Lots of chaos over here. Still 0 axis on objective right now. They are pushing in. Infantry is going to come in for another thunder run, as it were. The Churchill is still being worked on. The AT team is out in the field. I need to stay here in case I hear bagpipes, because at this point it's been more than 4 minutes, so that bagpipe just needs to play for 30 consecutive seconds, and it would be captured, provided they still have the numbers advantage. But we're at just about 4 minutes anyway, so they have to hold on for 1 minute to capture this. The Germans are closing in from all sides. Can the Allies completely surround them? Hold on for 40 more seconds. They're 5-person advantage for 35 more seconds. The Axis would all need to sprint in right now and hope that another will survive. Run in. 10 more seconds. The Germans are starting to sprint in. Will it reach 5 minutes? 5 more seconds. And it looks like it's going to hit 5 minutes, and it does. That was pretty close there. So, really nice job by the Allies to push in on that first respawn wave they called. And just a really nice hold from mostly 18th and 272 over here. Oh, actually, sorry, there's quite a bit of 26th, I believe. A Ranger. I think the Rangers and Scythe were mostly helping protect the Churchill. Which, did the Churchill make it out of there? It did. And that's pretty huge, getting that out of there. That would limit a lot of their pushing potential on the subsequent objectives. They haven't gotten that out of there. So I wonder if the Germans will reposition this MSP. It's a perfectly valid location that it's at. It's just, I guess it's not, it would be very difficult to be seen, but it is possible to be seen from Sector B. And as we see...
Hey, Burn, can I have my MSP on the point?
Yes, I will spawn that in now.
Thank you.
Yep.
I'm waiting for that for a respawn wave.
Okay. I did forget about that. I always forget about the MSPs that need to be spawned upon capture. I need to get better at that. Oh! I crushed Greg. Ooh, why did a bunch of people just die? Did they just respawn? Okay, looks like the Germans called a wave. Yes, they did. A little unfortunate. They might have had an... These guys gotta get out. Hey, you guys need to fall back to Sector B.
Yeah, we are trying.
But you can just run straight east and you'll be okay.
Ok, then thank you. On court jusqu'à les gars.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'd rather tell them that than have them potentially walk into enemies and create an awkward situation there. Someone accidentally spawned up north, lizard. So Churchill's back online. That's true, there is a second AEC, I didn't forget about that. So this is their final AEC. Churchill made it out alive. So the AT hunting team almost got the Churchill. I do believe it was the Panzer III that got the first AEC. And it looks like the Allies are now beginning to move out. This objective is going to be pretty tough. It's the actual objective has this open railroad, but the buildings surrounding it are within the cap zone. But it can be very difficult if you start capturing half of the objective and get the other half cleared of the enemy. But before that, you have to get to the objective. There's no real easy path. Going through the city will be really tough. The Germans are not on this radar hill. Even though the radar tower itself is blocked off, the hill's still a pretty good position, I feel like. But maybe they're going to position themselves more along the railroad track. This is one of the first events where I just did not look at either team's plan. Usually I try to look at both their plans. So interesting defense here. I see why. So before, the sector design was kind of favoring the Axis, where they could defend along this line even though the objective is here. But now that they've lost A, that kind of setup hurts them because they can be attacked from so many different areas that I guess they feel they need to play more consolidated, because if they try to cover every possible area, they'll be way too spread out. So that makes sense. They do have one squad up here, though. I guess they feel like this area is the most likely. So we'll have to see how quickly they can react. MSP is being brought back, looks like into their main sector now. And we have 272 coming up the left flank. And it looks like pretty much the rest of 190 coming up the right. With the Churchill with the main push, the AEC checking around the flanks here. An AT team hanging out here, listening.
Oh, and a vehicle.
And they do hear it. I have to make sure they don't cross this border here.
I think it's going to go right past us, isn't it?
I hope so. Let me just get reloaded. I'm just watching this road from here.
He stopped.
So I think the AC wants to check down the road, which is sensible. Sees friendlies crossing the road, so I think they're going to think it's safe to push up. And 272 possibly in contact. So they have the AT teams on the corners here, so they can try to flank anything that, or hit anything that passes them, I guess. But it's not ideal when your AT team comes up against a full squad of infantry. Come back down here.
Track one. There's a half track in the turret here turning.
Do you want AT ammo as soon as you fire?
I've got 2.
Copy.
What?
So we'll see how this ambush on the AC goes. I think they think it's... I don't know what they think. Do they think it's going to fire? They can't because it's out of bounds where it has to go.
Can we engage from this sector?
Yeah, we can.
It sounds like it's coming up towards the road.
Okay, he's coming up. Yeah, he's coming close.
It's going slow, so should get a pretty decent shot on it with the Panzer Shark. There it is.
Right, run.
Trying to stuck in the...
Build Fredericks. Zack needs to do that. He's a little stuck. Skirting the border here, so far so good. Yeah, looks like Scythe here. Misfit. What kind of tags are the Rangers using Misfit? So Scythe and Rangers spearheading the attack here. 18th again taking the flank. 272 this time on a safer flank. Last time, yeah, not a great time of it. Churchill, I'm not sure if the Churchill's stuck. Not sure what the Churchill's doing. So MG
Si on est à terre,
Ah oui, d'accord.
up here. Is that the MG? No.
Comment t'as fait pour monter sur le deuxième toit là?
Spots here.
Bah là, t'es là.
Bon, déjà.
Oh,
Il y a une squad entière à l'ouest. Delta 5, 4, 8 en face, les gars.
Oh, okay, so someone was in the window here? Or what? I guess so. Alright, well. Good MG spot. Well utilized. 18th is coming up on the flank here. There is a Panzer III. I like this positioning actually. The whole gun, well, almost like it. If it wasn't delicious, but I like the idea. Turret pointed to the side of the whole gun. Shoot straight ahead. Okay, I couldn't find a whole gun. Does it not have a whole gun? I think 18th can hear that now. Bud Kit Kat and Grippy red. Eager for a tank kill here. The Germans do have one spare Panzer if they use this one. 272 now starting to close in. This could actually be a really well-timed pincer. We've got double AT kits moving up on the Panzer III now. It's really awkward. The front armor takes the shot anyway. Maybe trying to hit the transmission. No idea if that was successful. Ooh, but distracts for this one. Right on the side. Oh, it's going to be a shot potentially. No. Another shot. Oh, they're hitting it a lot, but I can't tell if they're actually damaging the boats. Oh, and the Churchill rolls right up to the Panzer. Wow. Oh, did the gunner die? Oh no, someone died, the commander maybe. And that's Panzer III down. Now the crew. I haven't seen the flamethrower yet. But this is fair enough. Oh, and they trade. He does Grippy and Knight there. Trading. Now, sole survivor of the lone survivor, I'd say. Panzer III crew trying to get away. And the 272 pincer has started to close. Scythe and the Misfits holding up in this building for now. 26 up the middle. Some difficulty pushing half track along the road. So 1ID gets right up to the objective, but that was, I assume, the Germans' plan, since this is where they set up initially. So trying to hold a tight perimeter here, which can be very strong, but one penetration and it can fall apart. Do have 501E squad out here. I believe this is a little recon squad, which they did bolster it, gave it 2 extra guys.
Ouais, je vais regarder.
Because of that, I guess they decided to not use the motorcycle, which not a great map for the
Ok, c'est bon, on peut traverser, venez. Rapide.
So the recon squad coming up to try to hit the flanks of 272 here. And 18th now, perhaps feeling like it's worth trying to get across the railroad. The AEC is back at the MSP waiting for a respawn wave to get his other crewmen back. Have the Axis commander right in the thick of things here. Looks like Bubtown, the allied commander, has maybe died. Much of the squad he was with has been killed in the middle here. So it seems unlikely that this attack will be the one to capture the objective, but they are at least probing, trying to find a weak spot, and we still have 18th at almost full strength over here. Not yet in the fight, other than the Panzer III encounter. The Churchill's potentially in danger here from the 18th crew. Trying to navigate these tiny streets. I was going to say, I think this trailer does not have collision. Churchill not seeing the 18th crew here. This is the shot. Not what you want to do there. But the nerves of having a giant Churchill crocodile tank roll right by you. Lots of kills coming in for the Germans here. Oh, it looks like that recon squad from 501E. 272 squad. 272 fighting back now. This element of surprise is gone. And if I saw correctly, I did. There is still a medic alive, but not safe yet. If this medic can revive these guys, that'll be pretty huge. Greg. Oh no, was Greg the medic? Oh, well, okay. Medic dies.
Qui est mort?
Who actually killed him? I thought it was someone with an MP40.
Feinde im
Oh, I'm just
Das kommt von hinter uns,
you
oder?
guys
Das
can
ist ein
see
G,
it.
oder? Ja.
Anyway. Ooh, probably helps if I get the right objective up here. Oh, 18th is all the
Frets.
way back here.
They do what?
I mean, at this point, I feel like they have no idea what the full situation is. But if they wait for the respawn wave and wait till there's another big attack and then hit from back here, I think that's most ideal for them. So I think this by itself will be pretty damaging, but not enough to really get a foothold on the objective. Shackle. He's from like some old unit. Was he from 363? 790? 7 UBA?
Oh, hello.
He's definitely an old name.
Is it,
Can't remember what unit he's from. Good to see him. Or it's just someone who stole the name. But we got a lull in the fighting right now. Looks like, okay, looks like the Allies called a wave, judging by this. Okay, they did. So they're going to try attacking from over here now. So it looks like maybe 18th is trying to just hold for the respawn wave attack.
In the east.
Okay.
Oh, and there's a German up on the roof here too.
I think right now they're respawning.
yeah, they got it told for now.
Oh, that's not.
Oh no.
Maybe the respawn wave is coming now.
Who is this? Livingstone. Insanity. Oh my god.
I bet they go this way.
Couldn't write a better story.
It's like,
Roof. Oh, nice.
you should come to my roof.
He already has company on his roof.
Oh yeah. that might be better.
Yeah.
This is crazy. I mean, this
Do
is
you
a
know
really
how?
good spot for 18th to support an attack over here.
Jump on the scaffolding.
Sanity's coming down. Oh, oh no!
Enemies on my roof! Enemies on my roof!
Oh
No way!
They
They're
traded.
Enemies north.
I cannot
Enemies
believe
north,
that
it's falling.
encounter.
They're
That's
on the roof.
crazy. And now the other first day guys, one's falling back, one's sort of checking out the buildings. So their medic, I assume, is Cavendish, and he is alive. Now, Livingstone was headshot, so he cannot be saved. Is he in time for the wave, though? I don't think so. That's unfortunate. That's the worst feeling when you die, like right after a respawn wave has ended. And I have a 90-second timer on the wave, too, so it's a little longer than usual. Ooh. That body just fell down. Cavendish could get that.
Remember, gentlemen, southwest building, the next southwest building.
Yes,
is
what is
that
your
empty
question?
forces opening up now.
I just got range. They know where you're.
Okay.
Engaged.
Okay,
Legend,
Lizard,
what
kill
is
him.
your
Just kill him.
question?
I have a shot.
I was wondering if the guy on the roof that.
I cannot.
No,
Yeah,
he was
hold. I cannot get legend. I'm going for
Yeah, there's a guy here, two guys there. They were talking local.
Where's that MG at?
Alright. Second wave has begun. Really unfortunate for 18th that happened. They were in such a good spot. But sometimes you just get unlucky. They're using the Vickers Jeep here? They are. I think that's smart. They have, I think, 18 Vickers Jeeps, which I think I originally had it at 12. increased it to 18 since like the famous commando raid on that one desert supply depot or whatever in Africa was done with 18 jeeps. Make it 18. Jeeps are underutilized anyway. It's cool seeing the Piat like that. Holy moly, does that building just not render? Oh, it does. It's just... Yeah, I think it's really smart to use the Jeep there. Bubtown going right in. I appreciate the heart. But probably want to stay alive a little bit longer so you can understand the situation a bit better. I mean, I'm sure he didn't need to die. An hour and 11 minutes about left, so still plenty of time to cap the objective. It's going to be a difficult hold for the Germans, but like I said, this terrain is going to be very difficult. The Allies do still have Churchill and AEC. The Axis do have a Panzer III. They have to wait for a respawn wave to get the crew back, though. Medic coming up here might be able to get some of these revives. I don't know if these guys were stabilized. Okay, Bunker Cat just stabilized Bugtown. Bugtown was in the opposite. I think the commandos are the only British unit. I just said any SMG, so we can put the Thompson. Oh, and there's the flamethrower. Holy. That's some range right there. Okay, so I think all that smoke I saw at the very beginning when I said is that a smoke port, the remnants of the flame here. You're gonna have to be real careful not to team kill in here. That's awesome though. Love seeing that. I do wonder if the Germans are gonna want to reevaluate their strategy of the 3-man AT teams because they're getting some value, but then we're just left with like no AT on the objective if they die. So it's hard to say. It's definitely a risk-reward type of thing. Only 3 seem to be 4 Germans in the actual objective. Medic says I will not do the objective. I will stay on that side of it. But what I could see happening here is the Allies controlling the southern half of the objective, the Axis controlling the northern half. Although, 272 does not want the Germans to have the north half. 18th are down to just 2 guys here. Chip is wounded, but on the roof. So they're not lone wolfing yet, because they've got a wounded guy nearby, but soon to be. One of them is a medic, but back to the Churchill. I don't know which crew he's part of. 272. Clearing out the buildings. I turn off the names here for a second. But this is huge, and we can hear that Vickers Jeep still shooting right there. Actually, I wonder if that Vickers Jeep will be a decent counter to the half tracks. I wonder how much you have to shoot it with that Vickers. Well, at least get the gunner off the half track. Shoot first. Difficult fighting here in the backyards of the city. The AEC is pushing down with the Churchill. Imagine the Germans will call a wave soon. Actually, oh, did they just call a wave? I think I might have missed a wave. I did. So they have 2 waves left for an hour of fighting. It's not a whole lot. Panzer III is back online though because of the wave, and oh boy, they know the Churchill's close. Smoke going out from the Churchill. That was almost perfectly on top of the Panzer III. I wonder if they saw that.
Unless the
Yeah, there was impact smoke.
West, directly west. 16 degrees on my compass. You might have one. But they're coming from the west. Whole squad pushed in from the west.
But nice spot for the Panzer III. Decently supported by infantry, but 272 is right up there. 272 spread out through this courtyard. Take down to 2. Down to 3. 18th Blizzard and Cavendish still hanging out there. Oh wait, there's AT in the. Oh my god. So 272. I don't know if that. I guess that would have been. So maybe his job was to distract, so these two guys can get behind. And they took out the engine of the Panzer III.
I don't know.
Is that the turret?
Yeah, they're on like 180 degree arcs
The Panzer
toward
III.
north.
Too late.
Yep.
Allies not on objective though, so winning the tank fight, but I didn't capture it. The German reinforcements cleared the Allied infantry here. In fact, now that this guy bled out, these guys are wolfing. Yeah, so these guys.
I'm gonna reload. We just move back points slowly.
So did they? There was AT sort of close by. The Panzer III crew can switch to AT in the next spawn, so they'll have another Panzer Checker. There'll be 4 Panzer Checks roaming around. Got 26 in a Vickers Jeep swinging around. AT team all the way out here. Is this a storm? They stole the Vickers Jeep. He can't rotate the gun enough. Oh, maybe he can. Oh, he's laying up that push. Oh, man. That's a pretty clutch steal, actually. And then he gets... That's unfortunate. He put it to such good use. But can't blame anyone for that team kill. It's an understandable one. Wait, I told those guys D4-3, but they must have called a respawn wave once I told them. But at least they all linked up. So, lone wolfing issue solved. We do have a plane coming in. A strafing run from down there. It's 2 kills in there. Guys, that can be a difficult house to push, so pretty decent. Honestly, I feel like if you get 20 kills in a strafing run, 2 kills, it's probably decent use. So it's 2 strafing runs. You get 6 strafing runs, 5 bombs on there. We have smoke mortars coming in all over the objective. Pretty smart there. Axis oh, they only have 1 wave left. Really surprised, but it's not team killing me. It's all so close to friendlies. So if we look at the kills, it's about 30 ahead for the Axis, actually. But I feel like they're blowing through their waves a little quicker. That's probably not what you want to see. You're out killing them, but using your waves quicker. Oh, there's a dive bomb coming in. It's like 2 dive bombs. Uptown gets a kill and a team kill. And a goose egg. Here comes the Axis reinforcements. Still have this AT team out there.
Behind.
Yeah.
We shoot it.
And the Allies are capping. Now, who is the bagpiper? And where is he? I'm just gonna ask.
Right. He might have gone down.
We should be fine now.
Thank you, bud. No. That is a fuck.
Second floor, 130.
Who's your bagpiper?
Oh yeah. Yup. Sam, let's get in there. Full guy
Yeah,
on
I'm
me.
up, reloading,
Full guy
taking
on
fire.
Is Sam the bagpiper?
Yep, you're bleeding. Come over there. You're bleeding. Come over there. Come to me. On your left.
I'm bleeding?
I feel like it might be safe. But let me fly over, make sure I don't need that. I also haven't seen a stolen in a while. Oh, I think a stolen died. Oh, Axis paused the cap here. We got turret launching mortars. Pretty decent mortars. The Axis already pushed through there, but still might get some. Axis now have the advantage on cap, and they reset the cap timer. Allies have stolen a half-track. Oh, using both sides. Oh no, the AC. He wanted to do it so bad. The Axis do have enough on top to stop us now. It looks like they should clear this out, just looking at the numbers here. I'm actually going to check the waves, the Allies. 2 waves still. Really not streaming. Sam's a squad leader, he can't have bagpipes.
What the fuck is that?
Wow, look at all the blue kills. Oh, now some red kills. Just like watching the kill feed, it's like Germans get a bunch.
Definitely.
Allies get a bunch. Germans get a bunch.
Gestorben, der ist auf die Hauptstraße einfach rausgelaufen.
Churchill's coming back in. We're almost out of infantry support here. There's a Panzerschreck coming up behind him. There's a Panzerschreck in front of him. Churchill's moving now. Panzerschreck is trying to catch up. Gonna take a shot. Nope. Decides against it.
It's just the other side of that split trench.
To the left.
Yeah.
Right through the center of the cap. Panzerschreck gets a shot on this Panzerschreck. It's a bad angle, but also gets a shot on.
Did fuck all again?
Not sure. Oh, boy. Well, again, they can't get the Churchill, but they have cleared up just about all of the Allied infantry.
I see 3 dead
Looky. Get out of here.
Attention dans la maison.
Allow it to hold his
Adam smoke.
spare the AEC. There's nothing Lucky to do here. Oh, the Churchill's back. The AEC is that's not how you're supposed to use that. Are they gonna hop on? That would be super risky. Someone's still. Zach is in there. Zach. Trying to use the gun in this state. I mean, I guess. And Allied reinforcements can see before all the blood rushes to Zach. Zach gets out. He's trying to flip it. That did not work. Wonder if he's going to be in time to catch it. I don't know exactly how long ago the wave was called. It doesn't spawn there. Doesn't spawn there, so I think he missed the wave. Another Allied attack is coming in though. We have 52 minutes left, each side with just one wave, so this can get down to some pretty nitty-gritty fighting here. Of course, each team... Ooh, some team kills from the Germans, not what you want to see. Each team doesn't know the respawn situation for the other team. But here it might be better to wait to call your last wave until you know everyone's dead. Except for the Allies. Man, it's tough. Like, if you know you're going to capture if you call another wave, or you're going to lose the cap if you don't call a wave. Because you still can win or lose by the cap. This will be pretty interesting. We got Jeeps coming around here, staying in bounds. What do we got in the Jeeps? We got more 26. So 26 using the Jeeps here, which I like. Very mobile. And the Vickers, nice added firepower. We have Psy Rangers, and I thought I saw some 18th in there as part of the misfits. Okay, so Psy and Rangers trying to push in through here, but this building complex has been so hard to push the whole game. And this is where the Churchill can really help, but you just risk team kills when the fighting is so close. Herky trying to take a Jeep back. Didn't know it was a German in the bushes there. That's unfortunate. Wow. And that's very fortunate for the Churchill. Allied push from the south. 26 from one of the jeeps is in the vicinity in the north, and 272 making another push from northwest, which they had pretty good success with before. They're going to run into just about a full squad here, but this full squad is mostly not looking the right way. So 272 can get right in here. Allies are surrounding the objective. They are on the objective. They don't have the numbers yet. This Churchill. No AT to take out the Churchill. Bugtown down again. I don't know how many times Bugtown has gone down in that field. Whatever is growing in this field will have some fertile land. They'll have some coal and oil in the coming years. It's going to be Bugtown coal. Allies were capping momentarily. Cap is paused now. They don't have the numbers advantage they need. But there's really no rush right now. 47 minutes, 1 respawn left. There it goes up. So this respawn wave has very little time to get there. 90 seconds to get in. Keep playing. Wolf must have heard it, but he goes down. Robotron, I'm sure can hear it. TCR, I'm sure can hear it. They have dead friendlies nearby. I'll also say Lone Wolf is so hard to admin in the city fight. Something just blew up there. Is that the Churchill? No, check. They know they gotta kill this, or I think they know. They seem to be moving.
It's over the building. To the right.
20 seconds. 20 seconds unless if all these Germans ran in, they paused the cap time. Of course, they don't know that right now. Bagpiper's still playing. They need 5 more seconds. Tapping with the back. And they got it.
Ah, fuck. Kids.
See what people think about the bagpipe. There's at least a reason to use the bagpipes. And the Axis, whoever makes it back, that's their defense. Right, staying in bounds. Nice to see.
Marsch zum letzten Camp.
Ich bin hier, ich schießen.
Jawohl. Bitte über die Taste.
Zurück zum letzten Camp.
Will the Allies use their last respawn for this attack, or will they try to get... I mean, with the amount of time, you might as well just send in what you have, I feel like, and then call a wave. But that is a minor victory secured for the Allies. It's 1ID's first victory in the Byrnedarta system. And so they're gonna go on foot, opting to not take the Jeep. I'm curious about the Churchill crocodile, if it's... Like, I saw at least some of the shots were on pretty steep angles, but there were definitely some, especially at the beginning. The Panzer III got really good side shots on it. I think 3 of them. Is the Churchill crocodile overpowered, or was it just a little lucky today? Well, we've got a little lull. We'll take a look at the scoreboard. I have a feeling some of the defenders might leave if they're dead and there's no more spawns left. So we'll take a look just so we can see. We can see the Germans. Yeah, so many more kills, which... I guess the respawn waves are mostly even now. The Allies do get 1 extra wave, so I guess that does make sense now. But before, it felt like the Germans were going through them way faster. Yeah, so what are some highlights? Crywolf, the ton here, is combat engineer, so maybe he was the gunner of a half-track, or maybe he's just a god. I have had dynamic weather on, and... been a pretty sunny day. Jeep driving through the wheat field, and I believe that's an AT team. It is. And that's Bubtown in his command Jeep. What is he doing? Well, gets pretty lucky there, I'd say. Oh, no, 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 no.
What?
Hey, don't shoot at these.
Why?
This was just me testing things before the event, sorry. Hold on, let me put an ammo trailer here. You can respawn, you can rearm from it just this once.
Okay, thank you.
God has talked to me and he said, thou shalt not hit enemy.
Where's the ammo trailer?
Allez, on bouge. T'es resupply?
Non, je vois pas son ammo trailer. Where's the ammo trailer?
Là, elle est sur ta droite.
Ah,
vas-y,
c'est vrai,
vers
d'accord,
toi,
ça va.
sur la route.
Thank you, thank you. C'est bon, je suis reçu. Thank you, thank you.
So long about that?
Oh, did I jinx it with the weather? Heavy rain. I did jinx it with the weather. Admin to allies, please. Oh, whoops. Need to like make a note for myself somewhere that I need to remember that. So with the dynamic weather system, whenever there's heavy rain, there's a chance of thunder, but it doesn't necessarily always thunder. But I really like when there's thunder, so sometimes I turn on the thunder myself. Yeah, looks like it hasn't been turned on yet, but I gotta wait till the rain is heavy enough or else the thunder won't work. It only works in the 3 heaviest forms. But this will be a tough nut to crack. The allies do have quite a bit of time. 35 minutes. They have a respawn wave. But I feel like this will be pretty close. Wait. Is that all that's left? So that's all that made it up. Okay. But included in that is the Churchill Crocodile. I mean, if this is all you have left, this is a good way to attack. I like it. I actually really like that. It's pretty cool.
Full squad ennemi avec eux. Full squad ennemi avec eux. Full squad ennemi. Cachez-nous, cachez-nous.
Je monte à l'étage. Oh, il y a un lance-flamme aussi.
Il nous faut lance-flamme.
Ah ouais, c'est ça.
This is so cool. I don't know if the actual flames have got any kills. But it's so cool. Did those flames just go right over here? I think to get the flame through the walls, yeah, you need to saturate it a bit. I think it only really goes through the first layer of the wall. Like, it doesn't really go through, it just burns both sides of the wall, so you can't stand too close. So if he's standing against that wall when it happens, I think he dies. This is a smart way to play from the allies here. Try to get as much power as you can from the wall. Oh my god. Just blow themselves up.
J'entends un petit bruit là-haut.
Faut que je sorte du portier. Oh purée.
Greg, did they just call a wait? Because Greg was the guy who was like, okay, they must have just called a wait. Or are they just, I don't know what's going on. Emerald died there. That's actually cool.
Un autre.
It's one thing that's unfortunate. The first person camera doesn't line up with like where your stuff is all the time. So on his screen.
Je sais, restez cachés, garde serviceman pour vous surveiller. Moi je continue à aller fumer en fait pendant qu'ils sont là. Faut que vous restiez en vie.
I assume you can't see now. So you can see his eyes like don't really go over, but in first person.
Transmis, on va neutraliser au moins toute une squad et le Churchill est focus sur nous.
It's just the design of the game. Nothing we can really do there.
Sugar, we feeling pro? And not safer.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, did you get over, Smoke?
Oh, he missed. He missed again. He missed again.
Trying a grenade.
He hit him at some point.
Fuck, don't go back. Go.
Oh.
No. Oh my god, I got gammoned. Oh. That killed him?
Live by the bundle need, die by the bundle need. Alright. I guess everyone here is just loading up in jeeps. Okay, I'm gonna take the force trucks. Well, some people are using the jeeps. 26th. Regularly using the jeeps. I like that. I appreciate that 26th. I saw Cavendish in a jeep too, so maybe 18th using it as well. I see some of this tank right there. Oh, Fredericks is outside the oh, he was part of the AEC. So that's just those glasses, nerd. The rest of the Germans waiting, the suspense, hearing their comrades die up here. Can't do anything about it. But it's going to be a pretty even fight for this last objective. I guess the big thing is having a Churchill. Churchill Crocodile at that. Wonder how much flame ammo he has left. But I guess the Allies deciding... Ooh, wow, okay, they're just driving on down. Did they get stuck? Maybe they flipped. All sitting so nicely in there. The berets. Love the berets. Oh, they're out of bounds. Get in bounds. Okay, they realized. Wait, did they end up saving that AEC from up here? They didn't steal one of these, right? No, okay. Did they save that AEC that was overturned? Maybe? Might direct. I guess they did. Like, I didn't give them 3. Pretty impressive that these guys are still alive. These guys have been alive for a while. Let me turn the thunder on. Let's get some atmosphere here. Now, how many Panzer trucks are alive? 1, 2, I have an ambulance here. Ooh. That's not really how you want to.
On a la jeep, on a la jeep.
Is that a grenade? Oh, grenade going out. I thought someone threw a grenade really into the trench. Oh my god, these guys are just really YOLOing in there. So 272, somehow everyone survived through that. I think this Panzer Shrek get the right objective on screen. So 272 with their miracle truck antics. Some of them died on the road, but most of them actually died. The other ones, I know Crescent Sickle's alive. Looks like Super Soldier and some 26 back here. So just completely surrounding the objective here. That's all some planes left. Kind of got pretty close with that. It's a pretty nice strafe. There's one of the guys that. These guys. I thought it was those guys. Another plane coming in. Oh. Yeah. That's not ideal. Oh, gets team killed by a strafe and then DCs. Not having it, I guess. I think there might only be one Panther. There's one Panzer Shrek up here. Not really going the right way. This will be a real tough hold for the Germans, but they are inflicting a decent amount of casualties. Medic over here. There's a medic here. So the Allies only have one medic left. The Germans have 1, 2, and an ambulance. It's just not. Oh, okay. Well, the Germans have 2 medics. Another strafe comes in. Nothing. I believe he has one more strafe left. Orders coming in. Orders. Nice. Watch out for the team kills. Now Axis losing numbers on the objective. Axis gaining numbers here. There is still an allied medic over here, great. German medic. German numbers not looking good. Oh, look at all those Germans in a row there. AT team in the rear. Circling around. Really unfortunate. For the allies. Turn off the tags here. Martin trying to come in and clear up some guys. Bugtown over here, maybe trying to get some people for an attack. And why is Giga alone? No.
Oh, you fucking got
I think it's tied with
I think he might have got both of you.
You guys can respawn, that's a lone wolf.
Yeah.
Thank you, dude.
Okay, thank you.
Nice, thank you very much.
Let me just type it in there. Waves and oh god, who was that? Giga, you're lucky you have to call back.
Yeah, I know. Damn, this is.
PSRM? No. Team kills. Not what you want to see there. Ooh, these medics. Bugtown's got dead friendlies nearby, so it's not a one for them instead. Actually, a German gold would be pretty clutch, but it's looking tougher and tougher here. If it lands like pretty much right on that church, it's a good dive bomb. Anywhere else is maybe that building. Oh, he just dive bombed his own church. Oh man, that's the dive bomb of the century right there. Backstab it, kills these guys in the house, and then the dive bomb. Oh boy. But the allies are capping now. For a second I thought I never hit record. Awkward. allies stopped the cap because one of the allies left the cap. Allies are momentarily capping again. Gotta make sure they're staying on the cap here. These guys, I think, are just barely not on the cap. The circle's pretty accurate, but it's not perfect. Actually, it's- Hey, Meow, you're all alone right now.
Oh
Straight west are these.
no. West, copy.
Just move carefully.
Friendly here. Friendly.
Okay, so that was like barely lone wolfing by the time I got to him. Probably not even lone wolfing.
So he came from our right. Okay.
But
There might be
these guys
more.
to get
I'm gonna
killed by
just
a lone
I'm
wolf.
gonna-
take a
I'm gonna
peek
stay
from where
this
the
side.
ambulance is.
Yeah, now I can say what the guys about this.
fuck.
Just go on. Just
You
go,
done?
guy. No.
Back up.
Really got a shot on the ADC. I think Zach should probably just get in the gunner seat here. Yeah, there he goes. Oh, can he not see over the wall?
Ils ont foiré leur... Il y a des mecs qu'on croise.
Oh, guys.
Est 40.
Okay, Vaughn wipes up the AT crew. I'm glad Meow didn't die, because by the time I told him, he really wasn't moving anymore. I would have felt bad.
Ouais, il y a encore du monde, hein. Il y a des first style. Oui, je suis dans l'église.
So only 3 Germans
Il y a
left,
du monde de l'autre côté.
and only 6 allies. Well, 7 really, I think. I don't think Zach's allies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe he does. This is really coming down to it.
Oh, la goal.
6 versus 3 here. 12 minutes left. The allies don't have enough to cap with the Germans that are on point right now.
Je pense.
So hopefully we don't just have a 12-minute stalemate here. I mean, if that does happen, the Axis would win, or would secure a minor loss instead of a major loss, I should say. They can't win.
Ils sont juste derrière le Churchill.
Ah ouais, s'ils essaient de passer vers la gauche du Churchill, je peux les taper, sinon je peux pas, j'ai pas d'angle. Le blindé. Recule vers l'entrée de l'église, vers la position de Churchill. Par contre, son ballon est orienté vers le sud-ouest. Il est en train de tourner sur lui-même. Putain, c'est dommage qu'on ait pas un
Yeah, that's all.
Je viens de tuer.
Ooh. The Zack goes down. Is it counting Greg? This is food.
savent que j'ai azimuté le chef de champ.
J'espère. Oui, s'ils sont juste blessés. Oui. Non, non, mais
tu peux plus sur
non, mais alors, je t'explique. Si jamais tu te fais blesser et que t'es pas mort, tu peux juste te bander. Si jamais t'as été tué, tu tombes en dehors du champ.
Really not sure why it says.
Ok, ouais, c'est toujours
6.
ça.
What was that?
Si on a un AT, là, franchement, il peut y aller. PSRM.
Was it just
C'était
a
en-
Fiat? It was just a Fiat.
Regardez-vous endroit où vous regardez, et puis c'est tout, il n'y a rien d'autre à faire.
J'ai 15% de nombre de vue. Je peux pas faire grand chose.
J'ai 0, actuellement j'ai 0, pour te dire.
Et de temps en temps,
I wonder if it says 6 was guns on objective when he disconnected. And then because he disconnected, it doesn't subtract him. Something I gotta look at. Need to keep an eye on which way guns goes into the objective. Hey guns, this road to yourself goes south of it and then go east.
Just go south. Why my guy's still in the same building I was at, like south of the eject.
I don't know which building you were in, but there are friendlies.
I was in the
there.
southeast portion of the inside the ejector. That's where I was. That's where I was gonna head to.
Okay, that's fine. Thanks.
No problem.
You can just head straight east here and then you'll get to them and you're good.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
So that is a bug I need to fix, I guess. If you disconnect when you're on the objective, it still counts you.
Allez, je suis désolé de vous faire subir ça, on va attendre les minutes.
T'inquiète.
Aucun problème.
T'inquiète.
I
On
assume
va
it'll
gagner comme
count
des
him
putes.
again, so it's gonna say
Pour
7,
Sanglar.
but it's actually 6-0. It's a little annoying.
Pour Sanglar il en a chié. C'est le commandant.
Now if they kill one German, they'll be capping when they really shouldn't, so I'll have to maybe try to track that manually. It's at
Un mec
145.
extérieur, donc ça fusillé, et le reste c'est tout simplement un blindé avec un gars en moins. C'est ça, sauf que l'équipage de char, tant qu'ils sont dans le char, ne compte pas comme. Dans tous les cas, je t'explique, il faut qu'ils soient plus que 3 que nous. Ils sont 3.
So let me get a
On imagine
stopwatch
qu'au début
on
ils
my
étaient
phone
4.
here.
Non, non, mais écoute, on imagine ils étaient 4. 3 dans le char, 1 à l'extérieur. Il y en a un qui est mort dans le char, c'est du 3 contre 3. Sauf qu'ils ont encore le char.
Et il nous écoute, c'est sûr et certain, il a compris ça.
What?
Oui, oui, non, mais,
someone
non,
talking?
mais là, c'est pour ça en fait, on bouge plus. Ne bougez juste plus. Ne bougez pas votre pied,
I don't
rien du
know. I'm streaming on YouTube, but I have it unlisted so no one can cheat. I don't know if my computer can handle streaming twice at the same time.
tout. Toujours à mon
That's fine. I don't know if you can send me the
Le
link
mec qui a
of
sauté.
the hiding thingy.
But it's unlisted, so you... Oh, wait. If I send you the link, then you can see. Yes,
Yeah.
I can do that.
It's kind of insane how we found like 5 or 6 80 teams every time on our ass.
Yeah. They, kept sending AT teams out.
There was
Okay.
501 or... Oh no, it has to be first in Jagger, no?
There was a 501, there was a Burst AL, and I don't remember who the third one was. Maybe that one was FJRE? I don't remember.
They did pretty good. That Panzer III almost fucked us on sector
I
B,
thought-
the first one. Like
Yeah.
they paint the turret and they almost destroyed the cannon. If they have destroyed the cannon, we were fucked.
Oof.
It was literally 1 HP from dying. And it was funny because after the first pen, they keep shooting the turret on the same spot and it didn't pen anymore. I don't know if they ran out of APCR or what.
Yeah, I don't know. Alright, I sent you the link.
Thank you.
Go mute again.
Je m'en bats les couilles de faire souffrir les gens. Au grand maximum, je pense qu'il y a 2 infos.
Yeah, the allies are running out of time. They'll have a minute 45 on the timer when they start. But remember, they really only have 6 on cap, so the timer will start up there before it's actually time. I think they've recognized that now, and they're starting to move out.
Quelqu'un qui marche.
Here they go. Oh boy. Oh.
Je confirme, ouais, ça marche.
Oh.
À ma gauche. Ouest.
Oh.
Je l'ai eu.
T'es un boss.
Putain, mais là c'est énorme quoi. J'ai jamais fait
Now
ça.
I don't know why it says 7.
Je me suis...
Okay, it went down to
T'as raison au son, je l'ai entendu à côté de moi, j'ai attendu, il est passé.
Ouais.
Adam c'est mort. Adam c'est terre.
Okay,
Il y
good
en a un
cat
autre,
got
il y en a
one.
un autre, il est sur ton sud actuellement.
Meow got one.
Merde, il m'a eu. De rien.
There's one left.
Non, non, ils sont encore deux. Ils sont encore deux.
He's in the little house. Are they gonna check the little house? One, two, three, four, five. They have to kill him because they only have 5. He's going in. He's gonna check. Oh, he's maybe gonna check. He's checking. No, he didn't go in. He didn't check. Don't really blame him, but
C'est comme tu le sens.
Hey, so you are the last one. You need to try to actively defend the
Yeah.
objective, or it's gonna be considered
okay.
captured.
Ok.
Smart. They got
Fonce,
an
hein, soit sur moi, soit
AC
sur l'autre.
fish.
Pistolet en main et t'essaies de revive quand t'es sur le corps. Et puis tu fonces sur l'autre. Hein, je vois pas comment tu peux faire.
Got one. Oh, and that's it. Alright, it was a pretty slow but intense ending there. Let's get the scoreboard. Did the first one not work? I didn't hear the screenshots out. Let me try that again. Just in case. Alright. and I will end the stream there.